Hello and welcome back to another edition of Eternal Evolution with Akbar the Buffmaster. Today we're going to look at two things. I think I will do this video in two parts. Part number one, why is it important to do dailies? Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I log into an account to do something to help them out or to do a video, whatever the case, and they haven't done their dailies. Why is it important? Okay, that will be part number one. Part number two, how long does it take? We hear people talking about, oh, it takes too long. EE doesn't respect my time. Okay, so how long does it take to do all your dailies and at least the bare minimum? That is going to be part two of this video. Okay, so let's begin with dailies. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is why it is important to do your dailies every day. Okay, even if you are a spender, even a Kraken level spender, a mistake I see a lot of people do or make, sorry, is they compensate their lack of play by spending more money. Okay, this is kind of the trap that Buffs a lot was running into at in the end. Many times, if I logged into his video or I would log into his account, sorry, to try to help him to do some of his dailies because he wasn't doing it, but he was spending more money to try to get his account up. Right? And so let's look at the importance of doing dailies first, and then we're going to see just how long it actually takes to do them. Okay, so as you can see, Pixel logged into his account. The one that says Pixel there, you saw that the military rank was 9. Or if you want to rewind, the military rank was 9. This one is 14. I was free to play, and this one obviously was not. This account here is not. So let's look at some of the ways that this account suffered due to not being active. Okay, so let's take a look first at his commanders. Now, he cared a lot about his summoners, so his summoner commander is pretty good. Obviously, this was before Jax came out. But look at these other commanders. I think 98 or 99% of players out there have a better commander than this. Yeah, the stats are nice, but what you want here first, the priority is always getting key heroes on a commander more than stats. Okay, this tank one, we do have at least Panday and Teresh, so that could definitely be worse. Hunters, we have Vaz and Becca, so that's okay. I would really love Riz on here. Unfortunately, Mordiami, maybe Mordiami will be a stud someday. Cabal, what is the problem here? I just don't know. What could it be? So, oh my goodness. In his Hagodon. Okay, so we see because he's not active, he's not paying attention, and he's not trying to reroll and improve his commanders and things like this. He even has a second Hagadon. I think actually I did this one perhaps. It has Zane, which is a great start, but unfortunately Zane is not built on this account. Okay, so we see one area already that because he was not doing his dailies and he wasn't and doing these little maintenance things like reroll and purifying his commanders, that he was really suffering with his commanders. Okay, he has them leveled up fine, but the purification is even more important than the level. Okay, a level 50 Hagadon or a level 50 commander with great heroes on it is better than a level 80, 85 Hagadon with trash heroes. Okay, second area in which we see that his account was suffering a little bit is in prototypes. Now, what do I mean? You say, oh, he has hammer things. Yes, he does. So do I. As free to play, level 6. Oh no, this one is not level 60, but you hardly ever use it. This one probably is level 60. 60, yes, 60, yes, 60, yes on my account. 60, yes on my account. 60, yes on my account. This may or may not be 60, but who cares? These either. And this one is 49 or 60. I don't remember which. Okay, I have more prototypes, or at least the important ones, level 60 than he does. Why? Because I was active. That's in Dominator. Tenacity. He has these bracers. Wonderful. Level 9. Level 9. And I think I came in here and leveled that up with the one shard that he had. 60 on my account, 60, 60 on my account, free to play. Again, just by being active, I am ahead on these things. Uh, and we kind of see the same thing here. We only have two important. Wait, there should be another one here. Which one is missing? Oh man, I can't log back into my account. Isn't there another one that is missing? Well, anyhow, my mind is drawing a blank, but I feel that there should be another one. But anyhow, I may be just crazy. Okay, so behind on commanders, behind on prototypes. Now, a large part of the reason I have good prototypes and I'm so far ahead on prototypes is because I am active and I always finish top 5 in Twilight, or always finished top 5 in Twilight. Okay, in fact, I was usually number 1 in Twilight, even as free to play. That was even before all the crackers left. I usually finished top 2 or 3, even when there were Krakens, right? Because my teams were well organized and I put effort into Twilight. That was the first area of the game when I started playing that I really focused on. That was my priority above all other areas of the game. So, prototypes and so forth. That also helped me with Red Ruins and everything else. Okay, so we see already a couple areas that we are behind because we weren't active. Even though we were spending money and we weren't active, so we're behind there. Another area is with gear. So if we go into Catosian Triangle, right? You should be farming these, using up your tokens every single day. Now, if these carry over, which I think that they do now, although don't quote me on that, but I've logged into people's account where they hadn't used it the previous day, and they have these 12. These are ones I bought this morning, but they have them from the previous day, so it looks like they carry over. Okay, so maybe like yesterday, I didn't care so much about Crimson Rot or Thundercliff, so I buy these to carry them over so I could farm extra Marauder or Resident Opportunistic gear or something like that. Okay, that's fine. But then use up at least uh, the ones that now it is Mirage, now it is Molten Abyss. Make sure you use them all. Okay, this comes into play when we're talking about heroes. It's great to have a hero evolved, but if you do not have the gear on him to match that, it doesn't matter. So this is something I never thought that I would have a mortal Caraxia. But that's beside the point for a moment. So actually, maybe it's not beside the point. It's exactly the point, right? So if we look at this, this is not so bad. But look, we have level 1 tempered, level 1 tempered, level 1 tempered, level 1 tempered. This would be at minimum level 2 on everything. And being how important that she is and the level that she is at, most likely I'm starting on level 3 on at least a couple of these pieces, gloves, at least gloves, right? Would be a priority there. Dominique, again, not active, not even a Mortal 5. Gear on Dominic is not so bad. Can't really complain about it. Okay, but if we look at, actually the assassins aren't so bad, but we still see level 1 gear, level 1 gear, level 1 gear. Okay, level 1 gear, why? Because not farming Cathosian Triangle every day, you don't have the mats to do the tempering. Okay, here we don't even have a complete Marauder set tempered. All right, how sad is that, right? So this is the thing. Now, coming down more to this is something that we're going to see in all heroes. Vanguards, we do have tempered gear on Claire, but again, level 1s. Level 1s. These should be at least level 2. Claire is way too good to be sitting in level 1 gear, tempered gear. Okay, the other Vanguards are not tempered. Why are they not tempered? You guessed it, because there's no mats. There are no mats to temper them. Why are there no mats? Because they weren't doing their dailies and keeping up on those. Okay, hunters. Uh, my Becca, also immortal. I think just immortal 0. I don't have Arcadia. She's purple, I think. And Riz, my Riz was immortal 2. So fine. So we think, and my Vaz was immortal. So we think this is fairly even. Not really. Okay, if we think about builds, this build is fine. Well, I didn't see the crit rate. Maybe it's fine. It's okay. Could use some more crit rate for sure. Okay, we have Arcadia, but not quite tempered. All right, we have Resirtus, no temper. No temper for fade out either. We haven't even been able to finish up all of our assassins, and so of course we can't give her a tempered fade out set. So this is the problem, guys. If you do not do your dailies, you are not going to have these mats. Okay, you say, well, I'm a spender, they come in kits, I can buy mats. That is true, but again, it shouldn't be to compensate what you don't do on a daily basis. If you spend, it should be to advance you even further, to get you ahead. Right? This is how I beat a lot of wills as a free-to-play player, because they either put in money but not the time, or someone will put in a little bit more time but not the money, but not enough time, right? So this is the balancing act that you should do. You should always put in the time to at least do your dailies, do your daily farming, make sure you're acquiring your mats, make sure you're getting top 5 in Twilight, minimum top 10, but you should be getting top 5. Well, everyone obviously can't get top 5 in Twilight, but do the best of the ability and circumstances. And then any money that you spend is going to put this level higher. Right? This is why Benzo is such an amazing player. Benzo puts in money, but Benzo also is meticulous in his builds and managing his account, his mats, and so forth. Okay, so everyone who knows Benzos and see how amazing he is in his account, his builds, the reason is he doesn't compensate by spending, he complements by spending. Okay, this is why you see other people spend way more than Benzo even, but Benzo beats them because of this. Okay, so now that we have that established, that it is extremely important to do your dailies regardless if you are a spender or not. Now let's see, well, just how much time does it take? Do you, do I have enough time in my day to keep up with Eternal Evolutions in game? Let's get into it.